Hello. Today we will be investigating if the Russian Federation will suffer more from overpopulation or declining birth rate, and what policy guidelines would best serve to mitigate these extremes. Russia is the largest country in the world by size and is in both the European and Asian continents. Despite being so big, most of the population of Russia lives in the west of the country, as can be seen on the population density map on the left. The reason for this is seen in the temperature map on the right. Most of Russia's terrain is mountainous and freezing, which causes frozen soil that cannot be used for agriculture and makes living in those parts difficult. To begin my population analysis, I will look at these population pyramids. The first thing I see is that the pyramids get taller over time, shown in orange circles, so life expectancy is increasing, and could result in an aging population burden. In red, I have indicated the parts of the population that are working age. This area should be the largest one in order for the economy to be sustainable. The problem is that these people are aging and not being replaced, which we see as the bottom of the pyramids is narrowing, so in the future there will no longer be enough people working to sustain children and elderly. The overall effect is that there are more deaths than births, and therefore the population will be declining. This is Russia's crude birth rate. Although there are certain spikes in places where there were less kids born during wars or more right after, the main trend is a decrease over time. This is the pattern of most developing countries, as people with more education want less kids. Government policies were put in place in the 1980s, which did cause a slight increase, but overall did not solve the problem. Some policies currently in place are that families with more children have less taxes to pay, and people 3 to 7 years old receive free food at school for the first 4 years. Finally, families with more than 2 children are paid an amount of money called a maternity capital to help raise their children. My proposed solution would be that instead of having a maternity capital that is paid once, a system for sustained help could be created. Policies to make people have more children have not been effective in the past, and it takes a long time for children to grow up and have an effect on the economy. Due to this, I believe that the solutions to increasing working age population lie elsewhere, which I will explain in detail in the next section. Life expectancy. The main trend we can see on this graph in recent years is that the death rate was gradually decreasing as healthcare improved worldwide due to advances in technology. Recently, though, we see a huge spike in the number of deaths. These are due to unhealthy lifestyle choices such as alcohol, tobacco, violence, and suicides. The main group of people that this is affecting are working-age men, which is a big problem as they are vital to the economy. This increasing death rate did slow down dramatically once around the 1980s as a result of an anti-alcohol campaign, but it has been too long and the effects have worn off. Locals are also against immigration, which means new workers cannot be brought in to increase the size of this group. The solution to this problem is to start an awareness campaign to teach people about long-term health so that the working-age people are better educated on how to increase their life expectancy. This has been efficient in the past, as was seen in the graph just now. Another important way to increase the working-age population is to put infrastructure in place to be able to bring in working-age people from other countries. The final population problem is an aging population burden. As we can see here, life expectancy has been increasing in recent years due to modernization and better healthcare. This means that there are more elderly people who need to be sustained by the country, as they are no longer working. There is no solution to this except to increase the working-age group to sustain the others. In conclusion, the main solution to Russia's population problem lies in increasing the number of people in the working age group. This is necessary as they need to sustain the aging population. To do this, more awareness must be raised on a healthy lifestyle to lower the death rate. Also, measures must be put in place to attract immigrants as well as make the local people less averse to them. Bringing in people that are the right age already is the fastest way to quickly increase the working age group and will be more effective than increasing fertility rate and waiting for the children to become adults. Thank you for listening to this report, and here are the sources I used.